Hello, welcome! This is SKBigWorm from the SK Unit channel, bringing you another Ark Survival Evolved PC version. We haven't done this in a while. This is a how-to video. We have a few how-to videos about building an Ark. This is actually going to be focused around how to host your own dedicated server. So on the login screen, you'll see Join Ark, Host Local, Options, Survival Guide, and stuff like that. Go ahead and click on Host Local. And go ahead and reset everything. Alright, so I'm going to walk you through all these new sliders and stuff like that. The first one, we're in the General tab, Ark Rules. You want to set your difficulty level to max. This will increase the quality of loot drops and stuff like that. Dino damage, player damage, and structure damage all wants to be at official, which is 1.0. Structure damage, player resistance, dino resistance, and structure resistance also needs to be at 1.0, which is official. The first slider that we're going to change is the XP multiplier. This determines how much XP you get from doing certain things in Ark, like harvesting, building, killing, tame, or dinos and stuff like that. And on my server, I like to run it at 3.0. Taming speed. This is a very crucial slider. The higher the number, the faster things tames. But the higher the number and the faster things tames is the more likelihood that if you're running your dedicated host server on an Xbox, it's the faster that the Xbox will come into issues. So with that, I like to run it at 5. I've seen 5 is a good round number. You're not sitting around taming for hours on end, stuff like that. Alright, structure damage, repair cooldown, you want it at 0 or official, which is 180. Dino turret damage. This is a slider that turrets deal to dinos. An official, it's really no big problem. Since we are going to be running a boosted server, we're going to need to increase this to at least by double. So we're going to put this at 2.0. Dino harvesting damage. This is how many times or how much harvesting numbers a dino is able to get per hit. Since we are doing a boosted server, we're going to be running this at a little bit higher. I think we're going to do max slider, which is 6. Alright, harvesting amount. This is how many resources you get when you actually harvest a resource, be it meat, wood, fiber, whatever. This is also a critical slider. If you go too high, you'll find that your dedicated server is crashing a lot. So what I usually like to run it at is 3.0. That's 3 times official. Any more than that, you'll start having issues after the first day. Server crashing, frame rates crashing, stuff like that. People not being too happy. Player character water drain and food drain. The higher the number causes players to get thirsty and hungry faster. So I like to reduce this to 0.7 each. Dino character food drain, player character stamina, for health recovery, you can keep that all at official. Alright, here's another crucial slider, player harvesting damage. If everyone's played official, you'll sit there and you might hit a resource, a tree or a rock, 8 or 9 times to actually go away, but you only get the small amount. And that's what this slider does. The higher the number, the less times, the more damage that rock gets. We like to get this at max slider, which is 6. This tends to have regular resources like food, trees and stuff like that hit 1 or 2 times. Your metal nodes might take 3 hits versus the 12 or 15. So get that at 6. Dino count you want to keep at official. Non-dedicated hosting tether distance, that's a new slider. That's if you're playing with 1v1. If you're playing with your friend and they can only go so far away and stuff like that. So since we're doing a dedicated server, we won't have to worry about that slider. We do allow third-person camera. We don't do global voice chat, proximity chat. We don't do player left because it is a PvP server. We don't want them to know when they left. We also take off the player notified joined, and this is all for admins. If you're actually running the server, you'll come into the point to where you'll have 1,000 messages and 100 party invites when people see you come onto the server to complain or talk to you or stuff like that. It's 100% guaranteed chance to happen. So take that off, and that will save you a lot of heartache at the end. Admin logging, this is up to you personally. There's just like a coin. A coin has 2 sides. If you have it online or checked, everybody in the server that's on will see when you do admin commands. But if you have it off, no one will see you do admin commands. And that's up to you if you want to have it on. The benefits of having it online, people will know that you aren't cheating, stuff like that. But it does come to a pain in the ass running around and doing everything that admin has to do. If you don't have it online, it's a lot easier for us to do everything that we have to do. Destroy structures and stuff like that, which we'll get on earlier or later in the video. But when you want to play, because who wants to run a PvP server when you don't get to play? You do get the you're cheating, admins are raiding with their dinos are in God mode and shit like that. But none of my videos you will see will have our dinos in fucking God mode. Alright, so we're going to keep that off for now since we're just doing a single player. We do enable crosshairs. Disable loot crates, you want to have loot crates. Hardcore mode, if you want to do an extinction server type of deal, you want to click that for upon your death to reset to 1. PvE mode and disable friendly fire, that's for PvE people. You do want to have your place shown on multiplayer or on the map. If you don't want people to download tames from a different server or upload or something like that, click these 4 boxes, which are no tribute downloads, no survivor downloads, no item downloads, no dino downloads. You do want maximum difficulty. That's all the dinos will be up to 150. This is a single player, so you want to keep those. You do want to have a corpse locator. That's awesome. You die, you can see where it's at. Disable structure placement coalition. You want this checked. And if you ever were building next to a mountain or next to an uneven surface, it wouldn't allow you to place something, which it should, to make it aesthetic pleasing and stuff like that. You want that in because it'll allow you to actually go into the ground and connect it and stuff like that. So I highly recommend having that. You do want to have multiple platform floors. You also want to allow unlimited respecs. That allows you to do more than one mine wipe, because I think official right now only allows you to do 1 mine wipe. And these last 2 are new things, which I have no idea why they even put it in the game. I guess it might be for like a new variant of the game to not allow you to tame dinos or not allow you to ride dinos or something like that. So that's everything. Let's recap. You want maximum difficulty, XP multiplier to your choice. I recommend staying at 3. Taming speed at 5. That's what I also recommend. Anything after that, you'll start seeing your server crash a lot more. Dino harvesting damage. That'll allow your Ankies and your Dodixes and all that stuff to gather more if you use them versus your pickaxe or something, or yourself. Reduce the character water and food drain to 0.7. That'll allow you to eat less and drink water less. Player harvesting damage. This allows you to hit a resource less times to get it to go away. Let's see what else. Third person camera. Enable crosshairs. Show player on the map. No tribute downloads. Maximum difficulty to get you to 150. Dinos. All that's preset. Disable structures that allow you to place structures inside, walls and shit like that, and inside rocks, and allow multiple floors on your platforms and all that. So now we'll go to the advanced tab. These first set are basically for PvE. If you want to run a PvE server, you want to have some of these checked, for tribal wars and stuff like that. We tried a PvE. It's not fun because you still have people stealing shit and get into your base even though you don't want them in your base, and once they're there they're hard to get out until they log off, because you can't kill them and stuff like that. Let's see, you also want to, if you don't want diseases, prevent diseases, which we don't like diseases. Force allow cave flyers. That means you won't get dismounted if you're flying in a cave. Offline raid protection. There's another issue with this. When we tried to do it, it wouldn't do it. It was still going to automatic offline raid prevention. Also, you're not allowed to have tribe alliances, and you're also not allowed to pin code your vaults or anything like that. So anybody, if they get in your base, can just go and get your stuff, even though it's offline raid prevention. If you left the door open, they can get in and get all your shit. So we don't even use it because it doesn't work half the time. I think they did a couple updates where they should fix, but it's still a pain in the ass. Role settings. Disable imprint Dino buff. Allow anyone to baby imprint cover. Click on allow anyone to baby imprint, because there have been a few times where dinos that are able to imprint, but the person that is supposed to imprint is not online, won't be online before he gets done. So do that so anybody can, oh, he needs this kibble, boom, gives him that kibble. Lay interval. The higher the number for this, the longer it takes to lay eggs. So you want to reduce this down. Now do 0.5. Mating interval. You also want to reduce this 0.5. So you don't have, like, if you're raising Rexes, you don't have to wait 3 days. It's like, a few hours. Egg hatch speed. This is one of the things that we highly boost, and we do it at 10. It's 10 times official, and also baby mature speed at 10 times. Okay? That'll allow you to mate and breed Rexes and Quetzes and Gigas super fast. You can hatch at 10 times across. It'll take 9 hours to do a Quetz versus a few days. A day to do a Giga versus 8 days. So get that at 10. Baby food consumption speed. You also want to reduce this. It's higher the number. So if you ever raised a Giga, you gotta have a shitload of meat, and they eat and eat and eat and eat and eat. So we want to reduce the consumption of their food. So we want to do this, I think we do it at 3. Harvest health. Alright. The more the harvest health, the more resources you get. So if we max slider this, even though you have that one shit, you were literally hit the shit one time, be it a truck or a tree, a rock, or whatever, and you'll sit there and wait 5 seconds while you just get all these numbers, all this resource of it. So keep this at 1, since you already have, you're only taking 1 hit to destroy the structure, and it's already 3 times, so you don't want to mess with that. Don't mess with respawn, cuddle interval. None of that works unless it's on the PC and there's a mod that reduces, the time it takes to imprint. Let's see. Day cycle speed, time speed, and night speed. If you like to have longer days and shorter nights, you want to decrease the daytime speed and increase the night speed. If you like it to be nighttime more than daytime, you do the complete opposite. So what we do here is I put 0.7 for the daytime speed and 0.13 for the nighttime speed. That means it's going to be daytime more than nighttime. Spoiling time, all that, no resource, keep that official. When we get to crop growth speed, this is the one that, I don't like waiting 12 hours to get my crops grown. I don't like to wait 12 hours to get my Xplants up. So I do max slider on this. And max slider means it takes about 20 minutes versus 12 hours to get crops growing or your Xplants up there. Okay. Your crop decay speed, bring that down to 0.7. It means they'll last longer after they're in there, so you're not always having to pick them up and put them in the refrigerator. Alright, don't mess with nothing with wild dino stats per level. They're fine where they are. It's very critical for these next 4 sliders or 4 spots to not mess with. Too much, that is. So you got tame dino stats per level, tame dinos add per level, and tame dinos stats affinity. Alright. We've come to the realization is if you mess with this too much, you'll have OP dinos. And what I mean by OP dinos, our recent one that we did before the server crash and all these issues with the botters and stuff like that. Some of our dinos were like 400,000 health, 2,000 melee. Weight was out of the, off the charts and all this. They're just too OP. So what I've come to realization is only mess with one of them. Alright, so if you put health a little bit here and a health a little bit here and a health a little bit here, your dinos are going to be gaining like 20,000 health per, because they each multiply each one. So on my servers, I like to run that are boosted. I like to have them a little bit more health, a little bit more oxygen, a little bit more damage, and a lot of weight. So what we do for the health, we do at 0.4, which is double. Oxygen, we also double that at 2.0. Weight, we do at 50. And damage, we do at 0.34. Alright. Speed, I think we also do 2.0, which is double. Which is fine. And you can, if you see a little bit, oh, they want a little bit more health, or oh, they want a little bit more damage, just come into this first one, tame dino stats per level, and just go up a little bit. Don't change health into 20 because they'll be getting 2,000 per level. Next thing you know, you're rocking a damn 2,500, 250,000 Bronto, and one tribe on your server will ruin it for everybody else. So don't mess nothing with add per level. Don't mess with anything with affinity. Alright, now to player stats. Player stats are just like a little bit, they're easier to do than dino stats. So on my servers, I do 10 for health, 5 for stamina, oxygen I do 20, Weight, I do 2,500. That will allow you to have 25,000 weight by just one level. So that means just that one level, you don't have to worry about weight ever again, because there's not enough item slots in your personal inventory to even get up to 25,000. You can have full obsidian, metal ingots, or whatever, and you're still not going to be at 25,000. Damage, I do double. Speed, I do 5. And then for temp fort, I do 40. So I'll give you, like, 4 levels, and boom, you're at 200 fortitude, and you don't have to worry about the cold or stuff like that. Experience multiplier, since we're already rocking 3 times experience, I would highly recommend not changing these, because you can actually change how much. If you harvest, you get double, times the 3, and all this stuff. We did have when we restarted the server, we did like 5 times XP, and then I went in here and cranked it up to max slider, which is 6, and within 2 hours I was a level 100. I think everybody was a level 100 within a few hours by having 5 times XP and all this max. For miscellaneous, keep it at 0 for max players, experience points and all. That's just default. Flyer platform, inline baseline, that's if someone's not on your team can land on the thing, on your stuff like that. I do like floating damage text. Let's see. Allow custom recipes. Let's see. Custom recipes effectiveness. I do max slider for that. Max slider. I think I keep this at 1. Supply loot crates, I get at 5 for that. I get the good stuff. And also, this is a new slider, increased platform structure limit. If you ever built on a Bronto or a Quetz, you can only put so many different walls or foundations and stuff like that until you're capped out that you can't build no more. So we're going to try this at 3. I think this is a brand new slider, so we're going to try this at 3. Engrams, if you're dedicated to server, you'll notice that your frame rates will start reducing. It'll be at max at like 30, even though there's like 15, 20 people on that, it'll be 30. And while the server keeps the days compiled, you'll start seeing that gradually go down till it can't handle no more. And that's what it is with your engrams. People like to build shit, and they'll get raided or they'll move, and they won't come back and destroy it. And that base or that built item is taking memory from your dedicated server. And one way to combat this is taking certain engrams out where they can't even use. And one thing that we usually do on our servers is to take out wooden spiked walls, because everybody uses wooden spiked walls when they go out and tame. If they go to a mountain to get a Rex or a RG or something like that, they'll drop it and then surround it with wood spikes to protect it so nothing can hit it, so they'll get their tame. Well, after they get done taming, they'll just fly off and not even destroy the wood spiked wall. They might do it the first time, but after the second time, I'll screw it. They just leave it there. They just like leaving their clutter there, and doing that reduces the life of your server. And I usually take it off, but if you ever have to reset your server to do an update or something like that, it doesn't save the settings. It doesn't keep that engram out. You have to redo it again, and I always forget to do it. So it's better for me just to go around once a week or twice a week and just deleting all the wood spike walls that I see, just sitting there. And that's something an admin will have to do. You have to go around and clean up your server to help performance and all that. So that's basically it, with advanced tab and all that. Of course, we'll be playing Ragnarok. If you got any questions, please hit me up at skunitchannel@gmail.com. Please leave a comment on my video if you need any questions. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps us out to make more videos. That's pretty much it. Oh, also we started a new website. The link of the website will be below. It'll have us sort of like an upcoming schedule, so you'll know exactly when we're going to be recording or live streaming or new videos, some blogs, and stuff like that. Well, I'm SKBigWorm. Thanks for watching the video. See you out there.